Okay guys, I got a question for you. What is the most successful deer hunts that you can have?
He's gone.
Okay guys, this is Jacob Schmidt with DeerHuntingSchool.com. She's upset. Just had a big buck chase some does right here in front of us. And she could not find him in the dang scope. He's probably 120, 130 inch buck. Let me come right up through here. He was with a doe. And a couple other deer. And he stopped right out through there. Perfect. You ready?
See in the scope.
Guys, as soon as you see the dang deer, you have to start getting ready. I didn't even have time to turn the camera on. So I could have shot the deer.
No, you couldn't have.
5 times.
No, you couldn't have. You couldn't find him in the scope.
But that's Misty's first really big buck she's ever seen.
Call him back.
I can't call him back. He's gone. Honey, if that's a hot doe, there's going to be another buck with him.
It was 2 does, 1 button buck, and a huge monster buck.
Honey, that's deer hunting. You better get used to it. We're going to wait it out and see if we can get him. He may come back. We never know.
Guys, that is the most successful deer hunt that you can have as developing and becoming a deer hunter. And this is the reason I'm fixing to tell you, so pay attention here. Because if you want to be a good deer hunter and a successful deer hunter and a very good deer hunter, you're going to have several hunts like that hunt there. Maybe not where you've seen a big monster buck, maybe not where you missed an awesome buck. Guys, where you make mistakes, where something didn't work right, and guys, when them things happen, you're going to have to learn from them. As you've seen in the video, me and Misty were on a permit hunt, and actually as the time I'm talking right now, she's still got 4 more days left, okay, of gun hunting. We've got a 3-day break. She's got 4 more days left of gun hunting, of rifle hunting. That was the muzzleload hunt. I've already filled my tag, so I'm going to be hunting with her. Guys, that buck there, he come in running a doe, and they were moving very, very fast. She was just kind of dozing off. We'd only been sitting there for about an hour, hour and a half. I was looking on my side, and I looked on her side, and I seen deer coming, and I'm like, deer, 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 there's deer coming. And she was kind of dozed off. She just kind of looked at me like I wasn't serious. These deer were moving fast, which they do a lot in the rut. A lot of times, bucks, especially bucks, guys, they're usually from one point to another, and they're moving quick. But what happened, the deer were moving quick. I was trying to get her to get ready, but she doesn't hunt a whole lot. She doesn't have a lot of hunting experience. So if you're watching the video and you don't have a lot of hunting experience, you're going to go through a lot of times like this. It's going to, rough times and things that happen. You have to learn from them. And the other thing is always to be a great hunter is to always be learning as much as you can about it. When you're not hunting, watching videos, YouTube, hunting videos. Just the only thing about hunting videos, with what I call celebrity hunting videos, be careful of some of the information because a lot of the ways and the strategies that they use are not going to work in real hunting situations that the average person hunts in like you and I. But other than that, be studying, understanding the deer. Guys, make sure that you know how to use your equipment properly. That was the main thing with Misty. She hasn't shot a gun a whole lot. I asked her several times. We go out and shoot skeet several times. I said, you want to take a gun and practice shooting through a scope? Guys, if she had shot over and over and over and over through a scope, that was an easy shot. That buck come in running that doe. When I first seen them, they were about 40 yards. They were kind of angling towards us. They come in, and there's a creek, and they got close to the creek, and they kind of turned and was kind of angling away, and I bleated just with my mouth, just stopped the buck. He stopped just pretty quartered away at about 30 yards. Just a beautiful shot. I could have shot him easily, could have killed the deer. But guys, I've got 20 plus years of hunting experience. I've bow hunted for 20 years. It was a gravy shot to me. To a person that's never seen a buck like that, guys, your blood is pumping, and I could hear Misty breathing so hard, I just knew immediately when I told her, when I seen the does, because she was trying to get me to let her shoot the does, and I was like, no, don't shoot the does. And she wasn't even ready. She's still sitting there, hasn't even moved a muscle, but wanting to shoot the does. And they get on past us. Well, he was probably 30 yards behind them, and I seen another deer. I said, no, there's another deer coming. And when I first seen it, I just seen a deer. And then the next thing I seen horns, I said, it's a buck. And then immediately I knew it was a really big buck. It was a shooter buck, no questions asked. You know, for her, we was going to shoot a buck quite a bit smaller than that one. But if I would have had a buck tag, that buck, I would have shot him in a heartbeat, even with a gun. He was well a shooter buck. His tines, they were 8 to 10 inch. His G2s were 8 to 10 inches tall, and maybe a little taller. It was a really big buck. His main beams were really good. Have no idea of his spread because of the he never looked towards me. And at that point, I stopped looking at his rack period and was trying to get her and coach her along. That's why I didn't get the video on. One reason I didn't get the video on. Other reason it happened so fast. But guys, them are the most successful hunts you're going to have. To me, as I look back in history, guys, it's mess ups, mistakes. Them are the hunts that teach me. A lot of times the hunts where I kill deer, them a lot of times are real good, memorable moments, but I don't learn anything from them. The times I sit on a deer stand and freeze my butt off and not see a single deer, I learned something from them hunts. And you know, a lot of times I used to hunt the same spot over and over and over and over and never see deer just wouldn't see any deer. And it took that stuff like that to learn. I was like, you know, these deer are moving. And I start trying to learn and figure out and studying, buying magazines, buying books, buying courses on the internet. Anything I could, just start studying, and I still do. I have 7 videos right now that I just downloaded the other day that I'm going to be watching and going through because, guys, I know a lot about deer hunting. I know a lot more than the average person. I don't know everything. I'll be the very first to admit that. But for me to continue to grow and to continue to learn about deer, I have to continue studying them deer and continue learning as much as possible. Every time I make a mistake, continue learning. Misty, new to hunting, that situation was a very difficult situation. Me with 20-something plus years, that deer would have been easily shot and killed. I mean, easily. If it was me hunting with a rifle, we would be sitting here showing you 120, 130 plus inch deer. Okay? A person that's new at it, guys, you're going to have to get out and kill some deer to, you know, and learn, making mistakes. Don't get down on yourself. Misty, as you've seen in the video, was very upset. Don't do that. You know, and that's stupid to say that because you're going to. I do. You're going to get upset, but now she can smile about it, laugh about it, and, you know, I've talked to her, and she knows some of the things that she needs to do to improve, to be a better hunter and things like that. So that truly is the most successful deer hunts you will ever have. Deer hunts like that, deer hunts when you don't see deer, deer hunts when you, stuff like that. Them are the most successful deer hunts you'll have if you keep pushing forward and learn from your mistakes. Okay? Because there was a few mistakes Misty made. One was not being prepared pre-handed. 2 was when we first seen the deer, she was not getting ready, you know, and getting into position to get the shot. As when the deer, when I stopped the buck, she wasn't ready and ready to get the position. So guys, use your equipment, practice with it. When you first see a deer, get ready immediately. Take that from this video if you're going to take anything. And the other thing, learn from your mistakes, okay? Because don't be so down on yourself. Something like it happens, yeah, you're going to be down on yourself a little bit, but try to learn something from it. Because I've done it and I've been so down, I've been mad at myself for weeks over stuff like that. And Misty, you know, she was teared up over it a little bit, but you know, that's deer hunting. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it'll help you out. Check out deerhuntingschool.com for more tips, information, things like that on deer hunting. Have a good day and bye-bye.